What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, in the last almost 2 years since Infinity War's release, it was really the year leading up to Avengers Endgame that marked the arrival of the industry insider, and perhaps none as ubiquitous as the infamous Roger Wardell, who, when looking at his body of work leading up to Avengers 4, had an absolutely insane critical mass of correct leaks. And then mysteriously, in June 2019, right before the official announcements at San Diego Comic-Con, went completely silent and never tweeted from his official Twitter account again. And then late last week, and seemingly for no specific reason, from a brand new account, Roger Wardell re-emerged with some crazy Phase 4 leaks in tow, including the origin for the MCU's Red Hulk, how the deviants in the upcoming Marvel's Eternals will set up the mutants in the MCU, and the arrival and introduction of none other than Spider-Man foe Norman Osborn into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're going to break down all of these new leaks and then run over his old account, proving his status as an industry insider that can be trusted. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel related stuff, including a limited edition Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, first things first, this is the original Roger Wardell Twitter account that made his name so well known during the Avengers Endgame leaks era, and if you notice, he joined on December 2018, only 4 or 5 months before Endgame's release, and then tweeted for the very last time only 6 months later on June 7th. But if you scroll back through this account and look at those old leaks, it's insane just how much he got right, starting with Stan Lee's cameo in the 1970s era in a 1970s car, the recreation of the famous elevator scene, having Thanos defeat Thor by chopping off his head in the middle of Act 1, bringing up the Black Knight over at Marvel Studios even though it was meant for the Eternals, talking about Miss Marvel being discussed for a Disney streaming service television show on December 5th of 2018, Chris Evans having his chance to play a completely different Steve Rogers, Hail Hydra, December 5th, 2018, and yes, while he easily could have deleted tweets that are in between these that retrospectively weren't true, look at how many he got right that are dead on the money and how early he was able to leak this. And also, you'll notice he made this account and then spread out a ton of real and pertinent leaks over the series of a couple of days. Now, that exactly fits the MO of this brand new Roger Wardell account that in the last 72 hours has leaked 4 incredibly plausible details about upcoming Marvel Phase 4, the first of which was a Thor core introduction during Thor 4, and we did a full expose on that just days ago. I'll make sure to link that video at the end of this. The next tweet came that very same day by Roger Wardell, again tweeting, "General Ross believes he can control everything from the back seat. His pride and ambitions backfire, fire in all caps, badly as a new leader shows up. Both Weapon Plus program and Extremis virus bring the long-awaited arrival of Red Hulk at MCU at Thunderbolts." He then goes on to tweet about David Morrissey and Robert Odenkirk being eyed for the role of Norman Osborn. However, his Green Goblin alter ego will not be happening anytime soon at MCU at Phase 4, and then follows it up with the absolute bombshell that the deviants in the upcoming Eternals will set up mutants in the MCU. The changing people, called the deviants by the Eternals, will have a crucial role to play in more than just one movie. Altered backstory and appearance of the race will surprise many. Their descendants are heading into Phase 4 soon enough at MCU, at Phase 4, at Eternals, at Mutants. Now, we're going to break down each one of these individually, including this Extremis part of the Red Hulk, why it makes so much sense, and admittedly, for someone like me who studied the MCU at great length in every single one of its films, to admit that I didn't see this coming when they set it up as clear as day is almost embarrassing and makes it seem very real. That's why I want to make this point. For those of you who have just found my channel, my style has always been earmarked with a bit of skepticism, especially towards something that's posted even semi-anonymously, like a brand new Twitter account that only popped up 3 days ago. But it's like these leaks, the original Wardell leaks, that are so simple and so real, that makes so much sense based on what we already know about the MCU, that it forces me to give them just a little bit of reverence, that is, a deeper respect, and admittedly make me more excited than just your average 4chan leak. When you think about the first incantation of Red Hulk, or if you're not familiar with the story from 2008, Thunderbolt Ross becomes the Red Hulk, and in a change from the Hulk's power set, the angrier he becomes, he doesn't get stronger, he just emits more heat. And crossing off against the Hulk in the desert, he actually melts the desert sand, turns it into glass. But it's in this moment, at the height of his heat exertion, that he becomes most vulnerable and allows the Hulk to knock him out. Now that sounds exactly like something we've already seen in the MCU during Iron Man 3. That's the Extremis virus. During the original storyline, we find out that it's AIM that installed this power into Thunderbolt Ross in the first place, and we also now have confirmed AIM to be in the MCU via this most recent Black Widow trailer in the short shot where we see Yelena Belova seemingly getting ready to have her face removed. Now it's something like this very simple origin that's already been set up in the MCU that plays so nicely into fitting the original comic origin for the Red Hulk without any retcon needed, that makes these leaks not only feel plausible but almost like a missed opportunity if Marvel doesn't choose to do this. And it's through that lens that we'll examine the two other leaks that the Deviants will lead to mutants in the MCU and that Norman Osborn could be entering the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The first of which, with Norman Osborn, has huge implications, and that's in Spider-Man staying in the MCU. If they choose to do Norman Osborn and an incantation of the Sinister Six, they're going to do that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that would obviously mean they're going to keep signing sharing agreements. I'm not sure that Marvel would ever want to introduce Norman Osborn if they can't make good on that storyline, introduce him in a third Spider-Man 3, say, and then let them go over to the Sony universe. I think more likely the case, and in Sony's best interest, they're going to allow Marvel and the MCU to keep using Tom Holland's Peter Parker indefinitely, and we already have a ton of evidence for this. Industry insider and friend of the channel Mikey Sutton has pretty much been saying this since day one, that their sharing agreement won't just be these next two movies, and both companies are looking to extend it past that. And with Disney's most recent announcement of this brand new Avengers campus and retaining Tom Holland to star in it, look guys, they're not going to pay Tom Holland crazy money and lock him into being the voice of an upcoming theme park at Disney if they think there's any way he's leaving the MCU in the next couple of years. That literally makes zero sense. They wouldn't do that, meaning fans can actually get excited about the prospect of them breaking off the Sinister Six, and something we think they've been leading to really since Spider-Man Homecoming. But this is a great time to mention, while a lot of fans, and even myself included, have thought about trying to shoehorn Morbius and Venom onto the Sinister Six team and wondering if it'll be a Sony-verse thing, if they are truly going to do this iteration with Norman Osborn in the MCU, more likely the case Morbius and Venom won't have anything to do with the team, and that'll free up two more spots for what we've already got going with the Vulture, the Scorpion, perhaps if one of the Shockers return, maybe Norman Osborn, and hopefully and eventually Dr. Octopus. Now, as far as the last leak in the Deviants setting up the entrance of mutants, look, none of this in and of itself is real news, right? We've known the Red Hulk has been coming for some time. We've even had leaks before of both of those actors being tied to Norman Osborn, and eventually they have to set up mutants. They've got the properties back now for the X-Men. Mutants will be entering the MCU. They've had some crazy events like the Snap already take place, and they don't have a body of work they have to retcon like the comic books, as well as a ton of stories to draw from for how the comics have seemed to explain in the past why the Earth has so many superheroes as compared to the rest of the universe. Real recently in Marvel Comics, they used the Celestials to explain this. In fact, a dead Celestial's blood in the soil. But the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as always, is not beholden to any of the Marvel canon, and as we know from the upcoming Eternals, the Celestials will be directly involved. It could be that they placed the X gene there all along, but regardless, for a film that's set to go this far back into the origins of the MCU, it would in fact be a missed opportunity for Marvel not to set up the origins of something like the X gene, as most of their upcoming franchises are set in present time. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments about all of these leaks. Do you think they're believable and plausible, including Extremis having to do with that part of the Hulk and the Red Hulk origin where he emits heat, how it's so simple and how none of us saw it? Or did you and just never mention it? Are you one of the few? Definitely let me know down in the comments. And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 650,000 subscriber mark. We're headlong into that. We just gave 2 away at the 600 mark. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all of the rest of the prizes, like the limited edition Infinity Saga box set. We gave the first one away on New Year's Eve. We'll be giving the second one away on the second anniversary of the channel towards the end of April. If you want to be entered to win either of the PlayStations, the limited edition Infinity Saga box set, or any of the other prizes we give away here at the channel as we double down over the next couple of years, tickets and DVDs to every Marvel and Marvel adjacent movie, as well as a ton of other stuff, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on, leave a like and a comment on this video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, and if you've missed any of those winner announcements, especially here real recently, no worries. All you have to do is scroll back through the channel, look for the winner announcement and the sub count in the title, click on that video, and scroll to the end. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.